welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. Another episode of Bloody Penalties. So yeah, this sort of borders on horrible histories as well, this one, guys. I try not to do too many of them, but yeah, bloody penalties, they can be good or bad, can't they, depending on how it goes. Penalty shootouts been around for a long time now. I even remember games being decided on the toss of a coin. That's how old I am. But so this had to be a better way, surely. Well, probably not. Love them or hate them, titles are won and lost, promotions won or denied on them, and even progression to a next round of a cup can make heroes or villains for years to come and raise fans' hopes or shatter fans' dreams. As City fans, we've gone through all the emotions with penalties, as most teams have. This feature tries to give background and remember some of those penalty kick shootout moments we might have preferred to forget, to be honest with you, but where win or lose, who likes to go to bloody penalties? Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. It's great to have you on board. Everything City past, of course, and present, and bloody past as well. So join me if you check out the YouTube channel. You'll see stuff on film and TV as well. So if that's of any interest, or you know somebody who might be interested, please point them in my direction. I'll be very, very grateful. And give us a like, guys, if you can. Give us a like, even if you don't like the penalties. Give us a like. It's not just about the penalties, it's about the game. It's about what happened before, what happened after. So it's a sort of little bit of history of the time. Moment in time, I used to call them, but we do them. That's a separate one anyway. So anyway, enjoy this bloody penalties and let me know your memories of this, guys, if you were there that night at this place. I watched it on telly, but there's a few brave souls went across to watch this one. What was it? Well, what we're talking about, you've seen it on the thumbnail if you watched the introduction. It was 2005-2006 season. John Wardle was the chairman at that stage. No, I think Taxing might have been waiting around a year or two later. And Stuart Pearce, of course, was still the manager. And we just actually suffered, when we played this game, we just actually suffered our first league defeat on match day 6. So we'd gone 5 unbeaten. We just lost at Bolton Wanderers. I went to that one. That was horrible. Coming after a good point at Old Trafford as well, which I also went to previous to that, as City sat in top 3 place, with Pearce himself actually winning the August Manager of the Month. There you go. So that was you're always on a downer after that, aren't you? And the match was on Sky for the football public to enjoy. Well, the shootout anyway, apart from us Blues, and it was a Carling League Cup second round game at League One Doncaster Rovers, Belle Vue Stadium, yes, before they did the move. This was Wednesday the 21st of September 2005. They say that was the penultimate season. I think they moved a couple of seasons after. Dave Penny's Rovers was struggling. Yeah, they were near the relegation zone of League One, but they had a little bit of a run in this cup, but we'll talk about that before we go. The attendance on the night was 8,228 with, yes, officially 1,463 Blues. I'm sure there was more dotted about as well. The lineups that night: Doncaster's was Warrington. He was replaced by Buds on 105. We'll talk about that, the goalkeeper. Maguire, Stephen, Roberts, Albrighton, McDade, Coppinger, Predic. He was replaced by Ravenhill on 52 minutes. Green, McIndoe, Fortune, West, Guy. He was replaced by Hefner on 81 minutes. And subs not used were Mulligan and Neil Roberts. And more familiar names to City fans anyway: James, Anua, Distan, Dunn, Thatcher, Jihai, Rayner. He was replaced by Jordan on 90 minutes. Ireland, Hussein, replaced by Croft on 65. Sibierski and Vassell. Subs not used: Somme, Richards and Divliga. There you go. Some great names. I'll have to do features of these guys, as I can't remember them. It'd be great to find out a little bit more about them. I've forgotten now. Over to the match report, mainly taken from the BBC match report. City enjoyed more possession, they said, in the opening 90 minutes without causing the Doncaster defence too many alarms. It wasn't the greatest TV game. Save for Sun Ji-Hai's shot in stoppage time, which hit the bar. Rovers, for their part, showed plenty of spirit, with McIndoe in particular making a good impression in midfield. Antoine Sibierski had one of those few... I'm only booing him for his penalty later. One of those few first-half efforts, but Warrington blocked his shot. At the other end, City keeper David James fumbled a James Coppinger's strike while Claudio Reyna wasted 2 half chances before Sunji Hire hammered the ball against the woodwork as mentioned from Lee Croft's pass. The game came to life shortly after the start of extra time, and a long time to wait, as referee Graham Salisbury pointed to the spot when Richard Dunn's surge into the area was ended by Phil Maguire's shove. Vassell smashed the ball home with Doncaster tiring. It looked like the end of their challenge. We should know better, shouldn't we? But they gained hope when Anua slid in on Warrington after briefly losing control of the ball inside Doncaster's area. Yeah, he admitted after he got a bit excited because he'd never scored. He was a right back, of course, and he just sort of lost control of it when he should have really done a little bit better at the far post. But of course, he slid into the goalkeeper. The contact, purely nothing untoward with it really, just going for the ball. It appeared accidental, but for some reason Salisbury immediately brandished, well, reasons known to him, brandished a red card for that one, so he got sent off at that point in time. Warrington was stretchered off to be replaced by Butts, and the goalkeeper, he will be the hero of course for Doncaster. And there's more drama. Salisbury pointed to the spot with just 2 minutes of extra time remaining after City skipper Sylvain Distin had handled, I think he was all over the strike, and it just had supposedly at his hand, but apparently it was all a little bit soft, if you remember at the time. McIndoe wasted no time in rattling home the equaliser to set up this shootout. Yes, the penalties, one of the worst till then. We'd had 1 or 2 before this efforts by City, to be honest with you. We've seen 1 or 2 poor ones since, but certainly was one of the worst up till that point in time. McIndoe started it all off by putting Rovers 1-0 up as he sent James the wrong way. Then Vassell blasted the ball against the bar, and James Coppinger scored Rovers' second. This was followed by Butts, the substitute keeper, palming away Sibierski's spot kick. He guessed right, but it was a pretty tame effort by Sibierski. Effingham took Rovers' third to put Rovers 3 up, and of course it was left to Mr Dunn. If he missed, we were out, and Dunn's effort was superbly this time. It wasn't a bad penalty, tipped onto the post by Butts, and most of Belle Vue erupted in celebration. I think most City fans there just wanted to get out as quick as they could, in fairness. What happened next? Well, after the match, of course, referee Salisbury rescinded his decision. He rescinded it there and then at the night after the game, and of course they had to wait for the FA to ratify that, but they did so allowing Nedum and Oa to play the next game. For Doncaster, well, as I said, they weren't doing too well in the league, but they got to the quarter-final of the League Cup that year and only went out on penalties again to Arsenal. So they did very well. They'd actually beaten Aston Villa as well in that run to the quarter-final, so they didn't have a bad run in the Cup. And of course, the great start to the season for us became a bit of a distant memory, certainly after Christmas, as the goals for column was sadly lacking as we failed to score in 16 of the remaining 32 league games after we played this game, to finish the season 15th, and we actually lost 9 of our last 10 home games, and Stuart Pearce stayed there. That was amazing really, but there you go, it wasn't very good. So there you go guys, a little bit before and after and during, but let us know your memories. Were you there that night? Were you one of the 1,500 or so hardy souls who made that trip? And hope you enjoyed this bloody penalties stroke History Boys horrible histories feature, which I'll probably class it as well, because it wasn't pleasant, was it? But hey, it's all part of a rich history when we sort of lose on penalties, isn't it? So let me know how you got on anyway, if you remember anything particular about that night. Thanks for watching guys, until we meet again. And that's one thing, don't have, please stay safe, Blues. Come on City. Bye for now.